Welcome back to Off the Bench. We're now going to get into some bracket talk. My bracket is totally shot, but as you see at the bottom of your screen, yeah, everyone is. We have the Eastern bracket for you guys. Ohio State will be taking on Kentucky, and Marquette will be taking on North Carolina. I just wanted to know who's making it to the Elite Eight out of these two teams.
My bracket's actually not that bad. I'm in second place right now. But anyway, I'm going to have Ohio State because of their stomping over George Mason. Ohio State, I have them going all the way. But also, I had Syracuse. But as you know, that obviously didn't work out. The Big East is just falling apart in this tournament. But now I'm going to go with UNC after watching them play this weekend. And I thought they did pretty good. So I'm going to go with Ohio State and UNC coming out of the East. Two
good picks. Ian, who do you have coming out the East?
After that thrashing of George Mason, it's hard to argue against Ohio State. But because you went with Ohio State, I'm going with Kentucky. Because you know what? Calipari just seems to, I don't know, he just always seems to have something up his sleeve.
He's a Clarion boy. Come on now.
Yeah. And the other game, I'm not sold on UNC just yet. I know I was on your show. I know I was on your show earlier this year saying UNC had a shot to get to the Final Four. For some reason, Marquette's just saying something.
And they're a Big East team, and that's what I like about them. So I'm pulling for Marquette actually in that matchup too. So if I had to choose two, my two picks would be Ohio State matching up against Marquette. Should be a great game. That's going. I don't know who's going to edge each other out in that one, but let's move on now to the Southeast bracket. We have Kansas, Richmond, Virginia Commonwealth, which is just a name that you're used to not seeing amongst these names, and Florida. And I just wanted to know, who do you guys have coming out of this bracket?
Well, I have Kansas. I have Kansas going pretty far. The Morris twins are just insane, so you can't argue that.
Getting to play basketball with your brothers is awesome, man.
Yeah, they're both awesome, but I'm going to go with, I was talking about the momentum, keep going. I'm going to go with VCU.
Okay.
I think they'll make it. It's going to be tight, but I like their momentum. I like their story right now. I want to see them keep going.
So you have a Kansas-VCU matchup?
I do.
All right. Ian, what do you have?
I think Kansas and Richmond is upset central. I'm taking Richmond.
Whoa.
Really?
I'm taking Richmond. Whoa. Kansas falls apart at some point during the big dance every year, like Pitt. Almost like Pitt every year.
But they've been playing a lot different this year than I think they have in the past years.
So is Richmond. We always look past these small schools.
Yeah, we do.
And Richmond has been a great basketball team this year. Great basketball team. And ask Kevin Zambori. Kevin Zambori has them going pretty far as well. Wow. But my other pick, Florida State.
Florida State beating VCU?
I haven't beaten VCU. The dream ends for VCU,
We have opposites here.
See, I have my bracket, I kind of look at you, yours coming out of Southeast. I have Kansas beating Richmond, and I have VCU beating Florida State. I believe they have the magic right now, and they're going to keep on rolling to the Elite Eight. Moving on now to the Western bracket, we have Duke, Arizona, Connecticut, and San Diego State University, of course, which is another team who's made a name for themselves all season and continue to do so, leading into the Elite Eight. Who do you guys coming out the Western bracket?
Well, I like how Arizona did play, but I'm gonna have to go with Duke over Arizona. Okay. Nolan Smith is just on fire right now, and then Singler's coming in there too. Like, it's not just
they got
one
that freshman
person.
Point guard back, so
yes,
they're good.
And I'm gonna go with UConn. Kemba Walker is just. You can't argue with that. I've got to see him play a few times now, playing against Pitt and stuff, and playing in the Big East tournament. He played amazing, so I'm going to have to go with UConn.
All right. Ian, who do you have coming out of the West?
I'm going with Duke. Based on what I saw, Duke, they just find a way to win. Coach K, just another day at the office for him.
900 wins, not a big deal at all.
I'm going for San Diego State, and here's the reason why. Coach Fisher from San Diego State and Coach K have a little bit of a history. If you don't know, Coach Fisher was the coach of the Fab Five back in the early 90s when they faced against Duke in the national championship game. So I'm pulling for Duke and San Diego State because I want to see that rematch.
Yeah, that would be awesome to see because the Fab Five have been on ESPN all week, and it's just a great story. I also have Duke beating Arizona. Arizona had a great game, but I don't think they'll be able to beat Coach K and them Dukes. So in the next game, Connecticut and San Diego State, I didn't really get to see San Diego State play as much as I did get to see UConn play, so I'm going to have to go with Kemba Walker. He rocks my favorite number, 15, and he has my last name, so I'm going with that guy. Good pick. So now we're going to move on to the Southeast bracket where we have Butler, Wisconsin, BYU, and Florida. Who do you guys have coming out of this bracket?
I have Wisconsin just because simply the fact of the last game they played. They defeated Jacob Pullen, which was a really hard thing to do. And I think Wisconsin is a great team right now. They're playing well in this tournament, and I think I can see them keep going. And then I'm going to have to go with BYU because Jimmer Fredette. But honestly, though, Jimmer Fredette struggled in the beginning of their last game, and they had a genuine look at a second person that came up. It was, what was his name? Jackson Emery.
Okay.
And he came up and finished like he was there whenever Fredette wasn't there. He had 2 3-pointers, a layup, a couple steals, and he finished with 16 points.
That's what they mean.
Not
you can't
just Jimmer
focus your
Fredette.
game on one player. You'll get shut down in a tournament. Ian, who do you have coming out of the the Southeast?
Even though I had Wisconsin going to the Final Four, my bracket shot, so I don't even care anymore. I'm going with Butler. Butler, almost like Duke.
Yeah.
They're just in it every year, it seems. And they're great coaching staff. I think they're going to win. BYU, I have them beating Florida. Florida's just, they're good, but I'm not entirely impressed. BYU, like Jess said, seems to have a complete package coming out of that Southeast bracket. So Butler, BYU.
My picks will be Wisconsin because Butler beat my hometown. I do not want to see y'all go another game further. And Florida just because...
A little bitter, Dom?
They have some great outside shooters, and I am bitter against you guys, yes. We're going to shoot it to our final commercial break. Don't go far. We will be back with more OTB, babe. Welcome back to Off the Bench. We're now going to shoot it to the highlight of the week. We actually all have the same highlight of the week, and it was the Matt Cook elbow to the face of the Islanders defender. I'm not sure what it was, but just take a look at this hit together. He just clearly skates over there so deliberately with this elbow, and he just lays the guy purely out right on his back. I mean, he had to figure he was going to get some type of trouble for this.
Yeah, for the rest of the season, that's what kind of trouble he got in.
Yeah, they're going to hit it with a slow-mo right here.
It was a nice shot.
He acted like he didn't know what he's doing. He's snapping. Look, come on, man. Come on.
Right in between, we're like...
That's kind of like an all-man moment, too. You just can't elbow a guy like that. Yeah. All right, that's enough of Matt Cook. Now for the all-man moment. Just what's your all-man moment?
My all-man moment, it's switching up a little bit. I'm tired of talking about basketball. My love, my little Brian Wilson, may not be there for opening day. He has a sprained rib cage. The Giants pitcher, he has the best beard. How can he?
I just seen him in a cool new commercial, too.
Is it the MLB?
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool commercial.
Ian, what's your all-man moment?
All-man moment. UFC fighter John Jones chases down, subdues a wrestler, a robber, in an armbar. Then once the guy is subdued, he goes to his real fight and wins in a technical knockout in 3 rounds.
Great citizen right there.
Yeah. Can't beat it, man.
My all-man moment is just a sum of just the disgraceful stuff I've seen from Pitt. The free throw miss, the foul after, and then just the loss altogether. Just moving on from that. What to watch for the fans, Jess?
Keep watching the tournament. This is the most exciting time in college basketball. People that never watch basketball are watching the tournaments. Keep watching.
Ian, what you going to let the fans watch?
Basketball. Come on, Dancing with the Stars starts soon. Doesn't it start tonight?
Either tonight or tomorrow
I think
night.
it starts tonight.
I'm only excited. Yeah, I'm excited that Hines Ward and Kendra. Kendra's pretty cool, too.
I don't know who that is, but Hines Ward's in it.
Hines Ward. I'm just pulling for him. My what to watch for, exactly. Keep watching the tournament. I mean, even though Pitt's not in it, I'm still excited to see what's going to happen. And that's going to do it for Off the Bench here today. As always, with me and my co-host, Jess Munoz. Great guest, Sports Night host, Ian Hunter. And always, I'm your host, Dom Walker. Remember, we're here next Monday night. And get off the bench and get in the game, all right?